The Me Too movement failed because it hit exactly the wrong people. Actually, like, the point of the Me Too movement, other than just, giving women a platform to talk about this sort of thing, was that it was supposed to scare bad actors, like whip them into shape. Like, women aren't being quiet about this stuff anymore, so your dirty laundry is gonna be out there if you don't act right. Except that's not what it did. Because bad actors are usually bad enough not to care about the consequences, but what you do scare is the nice guys who now think that it's illegal to even approach a woman. And I'm genuinely not exaggerating here. The number of men that are in my comments saying you can't approach a woman because it's actually illegal, like you'll go to jail, is utterly insane. And it was never the OG stories about actual SA. I think everyone acknowledges that those were real. It was all those women who wanted to be included and didn't really have a story, so they kind of pulled something borderline about a guy just being creepy, even if he did nothing wrong, just to feel included. There are literally women who will make videos about guys who approach them anywhere in public and just say that they're creeps for talking to a woman that they don't know.
Some of these modern women, they want attention so bad that they'll jump on any trend. If that's the trend, shoot, count me in. Regardless of the consequences, regardless of what happens to anybody else, I'm right there on the trend.
Now, does this mean that those guys are right and you will actually go to jail? No, they need to get offline and touch grass. Real men go out and approach women every single day, and if you can find me an example of a guy getting thrown in jail for just talking to a woman, I will eat my words. But it does mean that women can't have it both ways. You can't just complain about a man talking to you and then also complain about a different one not talking to you in public just based on whether or not you find them hot. I understand what the Me Too movement was trying to accomplish, but it completely misfired. It didn't hit the predators, it hit all the men who were already worried about being creepy.
Even if they don't go to jail, there's real consequences for being shared on social media. There's real consequences for being blasted in front of your community. People start to, it's one thing for people to make fun of you and ridicule you. It's another thing for it to start affecting your job, your livelihood, right? Number one. Number two, women talk about men needing to care about their self-esteem, about their feelings, regardless of if it's stupid or not. But for some reason, you don't care about a man's feelings, and you're saying actively, I don't need to worry about that. The fact of the matter is, men have touched grass, and they've seen, wait a minute, why am I chasing a woman if she's just going to continue to say this stuff and there's not really anything in this relationship for me? So that's why men are not approaching anymore.
I don't even think it's the average guy's mindset anymore to think that girl's attractive, let's try and speak to her. I think it just stops at, oh, that girl's attractive. Because you want to speak to her, but I think we've all given up. I think everybody has given up on the prospect of branching out from the bubble that they're in, and they've just said, yeah, fuck it. It's all right to just say, yeah, she's attractive. That's it. The girl that's in the same queue as you, the same cafe, the same bar, you just think she's attractive and move on with your life. I think that's the mindset that you all have. I don't even think you have the mindset of she's attractive, let me try and speak to her.
Are you approaching girls at a bar?
Me?
Who, me?
Who, me? I'm too nervous. I just wait in the corner and sip my drink and be mysterious.
I honestly find that guys aren't approaching girls at the bar anymore.
Really enough? Yeah, me neither. I usually would hear my friends be like, oh my God, I'm gonna go up to that girl. I'm like, okay, cool. No one really does.
It's one of your friends said it to me recently. So another guy I know said it to me, and I'm like, you're all very attractive men. And they're like, I am terrified, I'm anxious. Yeah. And then I'm like, you don't even have to be anxious because you're so attractive, they're coming up to you. That's why.
But even in that, there's something to pull out. Well, you're attractive, so women are coming up to you. But even if they weren't, they're going to be nice to you. They're going to be more pleasant. Basically, you start off from a position of strength that a lot of average men don't. And that's why average men are like, oh, well, he's playing the game differently. I don't have that same privilege, and so I'm not even going to come over there and mess around with that nonsense. Until modern women can start showing men there's some benefit, men are going to say, you know what, I'm going to go do something else.
I may need to retract my suggestion for women to hit on men more so, because y'all are showing how bad you are at it.
Modern women know good and well they wouldn't tell a man to do this. But this is the type of stupidity. You know what? Maybe a guy would like this. Maybe a guy would say, oh man, that was kind of weird. But I don't know if he would blast her on social media for it.
Here's what I think about when it comes to men approaching women. Why don't you do it more often? Honestly, I'm getting sick of everyone being like, well, women have just shoved us out so hard, they don't want to be approached anymore. I'm like, okay, listen. First of all, you can tell a vibe if it's there or not immediately, right? A guy came up to my friend and I at Boondocks and he was like, are you guys from here? And we're like, yeah, or we're not from here, but live here now. And whenever you go to Boondocks in Scottsdale, you know they're going to be surrounded by bachelor parties, okay? So, like, just keep your eyes open, keep everything peeled. Like, you're going to probably be around some guys that are trying to, like, look to just be there, hit it and quit it, which is, you know, I mean, good for you. He came in and he was, like, asking us where they should go. And we're like, you don't have anything planned? He's like, no. I'm like, okay, well, that just seems, like, wrong. And it seems like an excuse for you to come up to us. But, like, we weren't, mean to him. We were just, like, talking to him. Like, it was a conversation. I think, like, if you just go up to a woman and have a conversation, why not just try it? I don't get it. The Falcos in Scottsdale. I think the biggest thing for me is that I'm a confident, outgoing person. I really do have no problem going up to someone, but like, I want to see if a man has confidence and comes up to me, because that's what I ultimately find sexy. You know, like, if you have confidence and you have a good personality and you come up to me and you have no problem doing it and having a conversation, like, I'm into it. I think that's really sweet.
You know, I don't think modern women truly understand how much of a buzzkill they are. It's one thing to be rejected. It's another thing to be degraded through words, through looks, through your body language. If a man comes up and approaches you at the beginning of the night and you're out here trying to do silly stuff, that man then has to fight through it and say, oh man, the next one. Men at some point in time get tired of saying, oh, the next one. They get tired of going through this, oh, well, she really said some things that were out of pocket, and I just have to ignore that. And it's time for modern women now to start saying, maybe I should be a little bit nicer. Maybe if I don't like this guy, I should be considerate of his feelings and how he would view what I'm saying to him. And then maybe both of us will have a pleasant evening. Yeah, he'll be a little bit bummed, but he'll be all right.
Obviously, it depends how the conversation goes. If I can read that you're just kind of like a weirdo after that, like, then I'm going to be like, okay, swerve, right? But if you can hold a conversation, then most likely I'm like, okay, cool. Hey, how you doing? I don't plan to meet the love of my life at a bar, but you never know. It's just getting to a point where I'm like, wow, men and women really are not speaking at bars anymore. It's everything I wanted and more. You would have thought I haven't eaten in days. What the fuck? Okay, I posted a video about like how a man approached me at the bar, and I was like, that was so funny, blah, blah, blah. Like, why don't more men do this? Because they're not doing it anymore. And then so many men were coming at me like, no, women should approach men. Like, we are so done being disrespected and blah, 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 blah. Listen, here's what I have to say. My girlfriends and I had a really good conversation about this last night, and my one girlfriend works in a barber shop, okay? So there was one barber who has been married for 25 years and counting, and then another barber who's 35 and single, okay? The married man was like, yo, what is going on with dating these days? Like, what is happening? What is going on? And the single guy was like, well, I'm done approaching women because they're disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. The married man was like, okay, well, what happens when you get rejected or whatever? Like, what do you do? Do you just move on and try again? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, I actually fight them on it. And I want to like prove my point and just like let them know that they've been disrespectful. And like, whatever, I'm going to argue it. And he was like, why don't you just take the L, move on, and then try again? What do you think that I did? I didn't get rejected before I found my wife? What do you think is happening?
And this is exactly what you're going to receive from a man and from most people. If you're disrespectful, then you're going to receive pushback. At some point in time, people are going to get upset that you keep on being freaking disrespectful for no freaking reason. That's what men are saying. God dog. Hey man, you can reject me. Cool. But then when you try to be like a complete and absolute buzzkill, y'all's mouth is out of control. That's what men keep on trying to tell y'all. Y'all not listening. Well, just take the L. Shut your stupid. Men can take the L. No, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. But there was a woman talking about, why would he even approach me and tell me that I'm pretty? Sir, I do not want your compliments. That's probably one of the dumbest things that I've heard this year in terms of dating. It's very stupid. And these women are of age. It's not like they're 18, 17, 18. So you can kind of chalk it up to them being a kid. These modern women, they're 35, 40 years old, talking this stupid. And this is what people continue to tell men to look the other way. And a man at some point in time is, well, I'm not going to continue looking the other way for disrespect. Why don't you stop doing that?
That has happened since eternity. And all of a sudden now all these men are like, nah, 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 cry back baby bitches. Sorry, maybe your mom coddled you a little bit too much, but that's how it works for women approaching men as well. And this is what else I have to say that I kind of clicked in my head, because so many motherfuckers like to tell me, oh, you're masculine. No one wants you because you're masculine. But then you guys are dead ass on the next TikTok saying, well, you should approach men. Oh, so you want me to try to be feminine for you, but then also have that masculine quality of like going up to a man and like inserting my dominant. Like, what do you want? What do you want? 1 + 1 = 2 and 2 + 2 = 4. Then what the fuck do you want? I saw that.
So y'all think it's masculine running a business and being a boss babe? Y'all don't think that's masculine. Y'all think it's masculine to go out there and really hit the pavement and compete with men and get clients and really beat the man out? Y'all somehow able to close a deal and then go get mimosas with the girls. Go out and hang out on the beach with your bikini on, and still go out and go up to guys. Oh, we're taking the night. We're doing this and that. We're bad bees. We're boss babes, and we're in our divine feminine. Y'all don't think it's masculine when you do that, but all of a sudden, when it's something that you don't want to do, then you categorize it as masculine.
This happened in real life last night. I was a DD for my friends and they went out and I was like, bye them, whatever. This drunk ass man goes up to my friend who's dancing and she was like, get away. Like, I'm good, dude. Like, and he was blacked out. You could see his, like, one eye was this way, the other one was this way, okay? And he's like all over my friend and she's like, dude, please, like, get away from me. He dead ass, and I have the clip and I'll put it right fucking here. He goes like this. He's like trying to fight her because she was not interested in him. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? I don't care who this person is in this video either. Like, that was fucking weird. What men are not understanding when it comes to women is that I have to have my head on a swivel 24/7.
But what looks weird about this video? It looks like he's coming up. Look, he's walking up. Y'all are dancing in a circle or whatever and whatnot. Other guys are doing their thing. It looks like he might be saying something to her. And then he's, oh, you're closest. You immediately put your arm out. The man approached. Why aren't men approaching? You immediately put your hand out. Okay, y'all are having your fun. You're having a good time. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. He's saying something to her. And then, okay, she's not responding. Okay. At that point, I would say back in the old days, you could kind of do what he's doing and it wouldn't be a problem because he's not actually doing anything from what we can see here. But nowadays, because women are so sensitive, modern women are so sensitive, take that as your sign. Because this is, y'all continue to say, just take the L, take rejection, and whatever and whatnot. But then here we have a TikTok. We have a TikTok right here. We have a TikTok of you trying to blast the man. And not only do you try to blast, you put it on TikTok. That never happens. Here it is right here. Here it is right here. Right here. And y'all talking about it don't happen. That's what I'm saying. This is what frustrates men. And almost, hey, and you probably, and you're not even showing what you said to him. You are putting your hands on a man's chest. That man don't know you like that. What you doing?
Women have to have their head on a swivel and be aware of their surroundings more than men. Point blank fucking period. I have to worry about like my maintenance workers like around here being like not too nice to them. Nice enough, but to the point where they don't think that I'm gonna be fucking like, hey, come into my apartment. I need to like draw that line because I'm a fucking woman. If I am getting approached by a man and I'm not interested, whether it's a fucking, he's not my type, he's not funny, he's being weird, women have a gut feeling. There are so many different reasons why, like if a man approaches me and I'm like, no, this isn't it, blah, blah, blah. There's different types of like reactions. There's one like last night, this guy came up to me and he was nice, but not my type. And I was like, oh, I'm good. And I had a good conversation with him. And then we moved on with our life. There was other men that I'm like, get the fuck away from me. And it's warranted. So if you are one of those people that are just getting rejected time and time again at the bar, look inward. Are you being creepy? Are you trying to like, what are you trying to do? Are you expecting a woman just because you go up to her to just fold and be like, yeah, okay. Do you expect us to just accept every single time a man comes up to us and like think that you're gonna take us home? Do you really think that? And then do you think that we aren't already on edge 24/7 everywhere we go? Like literally I walk around the fucking bar like this. When I'm walking around, when I'm chilling, when I'm doing anything, I walk around the bar like this because I don't want to get fucking roofied. Like, are y'all fucking kidding? If a woman rejects you, then look inward. You're probably a 3 punching and trying to get an 11, dude. Look.
You're just continuing to tell us why men are not approaching you, why the guys that you want are not approaching you. Nobody is worried about you getting roofied. Nobody's arguing that. Yes, protect yourself, cover your drink. Fantastic. That's not even a part of the conversation.
Inward. You guys act like it's fucking rocket science. It's not. You're being a bitch. Women can go up to them, but you all want a fucking feminine woman. And honestly, kind of approaching a man is a more masculine trait. So we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. And you guys can suck my.
You know that trend that's going around where it's like, unfortunately, I do love. Mine is, unfortunately, I do love men. Like, I'm sorry. In the last, 12 hours, I've literally had my ex thing, I don't even know what to call it, my ex situation of, fucking half a year, ring me whilst he's outside another girl's house. That's a whole different story. I then have also had the guy that I am now also interested in telling me that he can't see me today. And I'm like, no, that doesn't work for me. I want to see you. So, you're going to see me. But he said no. Brilliant. And then a guy that I've never even met up with yet, who I've spoken to a couple of times over the last couple of years, is like, I'm coming over today. And I'm like, no, that's not on my terms. So unfortunately, I do hate men. But unfortunately, I also hate myself. Because this has to be on my terms, baby. And none of this is on my terms. And I fucking hate it! I hate it! I hate men! I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, a lot of these women out here are validation chasing. They're stacking up a roster, which is really what it is. Stacking up a roster of attention so they can always have that high. We don't categorize it as an addiction, but that's exactly what it is.
Relationship with my girlfriend, and on her moving day to college at ASU, Arizona State University, she blocked me on everything with no explanation. And with that, this is what I've learned. This has happened a couple weeks ago, and I've been going through some of the hardest times in my life, very dark times, but this one thing has helped me get over it. And that's just realizing that actions speak louder than words. And anyone that's listening to this video could take what I'm about to say and use it in real life. Because I realized to myself, why am I sitting here and sobbing and crying and just being sad and missing this person when their actions said everything that I need to know? No words that she could have said could help me. Because her blocking me on everything said it all. And with that being said, in life, you gotta watch how people move. It doesn't really matter what people say. People could tell you sweet lies, but if people are saying things and making promises to you, but their actions aren't aligning with what they're saying to you, it's all BS, man. So just take it for what it's worth. Actions speak louder than words.
You're ahead of the curve. You're learning that very, very early, very, very young. These modern women, they want to waste your time. That's 4 years. They want to waste your time. Oh, I just wanted to explore. I just wanted to be me, and I just wanted to be free and not worry about having this and having that. Okay, well, after you get through doing all that, I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, I've found myself in the last 4 years, and I think we need to be together. No.
There's a certain brand of feminism these days that seems less about equality and more about turning men into punching bags for every perceived societal issue. Nothing a man does is ever right. If he's too confident, that's toxic. If he's not confident enough, he's weak. It's a constant game of let's find something wrong with him, and when they sit around wondering why no decent guy wants to stick around, maybe that's it. The real kicker, they act shocked that they're single, as if criticizing men nonstop is an aphrodisiac. Let's talk about her hobbies versus his. If a guy's into sports, it's toxic masculinity. If he plays video games, grow up. But they'll turn around and drop $400 on crystals and sage because they read in their horoscope that Mercury's in retrograde, and that's why their life's a disaster. It's gotta be the stars, the moon, or their rising sign that makes it hard to find the right guy. But maybe it's not the planets that are the problem. They say they don't need a man because they're an independent woman, but maybe they don't need you because you're self-righteous. They want a guy who's a millionaire but isn't materialistic, who's ripped but doesn't spend time in the gym. Stop being so vain. Basically, they're looking for some mythological creature who'll bake cupcakes with them while crying over the Notebook together. He's as real as your ability to manifest a personality. And if you somehow manage to survive that minefield, good luck being a gentleman.
So far, she's preaching. You see a lot of women out here trashing a man for the hobbies that he likes, the things that he likes to do to relax, if they're not what she wants to do, if they're not like she lives her life.
Hold the door open, you're a sexist. Don't hold the door, you're scum. It's like they've turned basic decency into a lose-lose situation where no matter what a guy does, it's wrong. Then they cry about how there are no good men left, as if they didn't spend the last decade making every decent guy feel like he's trapped in a psychological obstacle course when they open a car door for you. They love to drop the line, men are just intimidated by strong women. Yeah, I'm sure guys aren't running because you're exhausting and entitled. You're not intimidating. Keep telling yourself that while you sip your matcha latte alone with your planets and star charts waiting for the right man who will never show up. Maybe the problem isn't that men are scared of your power or that the planets are out of alignment. Maybe the issue is you've set the bar at an impossible height and refuse to see the comfort that comes from someone who leads the household. At the end of the day, men aren't bowing out because they're scared of you. They're just tired of playing a game they'll never.
And she finished it strong. I'm tired of you playing games. I'm tired of you saying, oh, you're not going to end up on TikTok. The worst I can say is no. And then, as we saw a few clips ago, you ended up on TikTok explaining your side of the story. We don't even know what that man said. We don't even know what he said. But all of a sudden, and of course, you're right.
So this guy that I went on a Hinge date freaking dines and dashes on me and my girlfriend.
Did she say me and my girlfriend?
We met on Hinge and he's like suggested for our first date like Panera Bread.
I like Panera Bread. They have the best cinnamon rolls ever. I love them.
I'm really down for that, but I kind of wanted something a little bit more exciting, so there's this hibachi place next to us.
How'd you go from Panera Bread to hibachi?
And my girlfriend was also going on a date at the same place. So I was like, oh my God, let's just go and we'll maybe we can get set at the same table and pretend we don't know each other. Like, it'll just be fun, like whatever.
Okay, so she was on another date. I understand you want to hang with your friend, but this is a date.
It's freaking stood up by a guy. So she's going to hibachi by herself, so...
Why do I feel like that was set up? Why do I feel like there is no male that stood her up? He's an imaginary friend.
There's food for him, and he never comes back.
You're supposed to be on a date, not a hangout with your friends.
And this is what you get with modern women. They attach their name to this type of stuff. They're attaching their name to it. Yeah, this is what me and my girlfriend did. Yeah, this is how we're treating men out here. And men are watching this like, why would we even be involved? Why would we even entertain this foolishness?
Like before, I always wanted to get married and have kids. Recently, I've been thinking like, I don't know fully if I want to risk not being able to have kids because I want to get married first. Does that make sense? That's quite an honest kind of like, I'm making like a confession. Do you know what I mean?
No.
If I get to the point where I feel like...
So far, what this sounds like to me is I'm not going to lower my standards. Even though they're silly standards, I'm not going to lower. But I still want the benefits of having a family. So I need to figure out how to get that without actually doing what men have said and suggested I do to get a good, nice, stable man to have a child with. I want to be a single mom, but it's the man's fault. They're deadbeat dad.
I'm not going to get married and I haven't found the right one. The one is me. I fucking love me. And if I want to have kids, I'll still have kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the end of the world. A little or big party and a piece of paper isn't going to change my life.
Yeah.
Like, what I want, the big things, you could get married 10 million times in your life. Not 10 million times, but you get married like 10 times.
Yeah.
There's people that have been married so many times.
Yeah.
Like, but if I do have a limit and, you know, an expiry date on my fertility, that is kind of more important to me now. And yeah, like people will say, well, you never wanted kids when, 3 years ago. And like, yeah, people will say, oh, I fucking changed. Yeah, but did you say like you never ever wanted kids? I don't remember saying this ever.
That's bullshit.
Don't ever remember saying this. But for example, like Gingerbeard and apparently Gingerbeard's friends say I said that for a fact, right? Which I never remember. If I had said that, then my mom and dad would have been crying for years.
Because we both said the same thing. We were like, oh my God, the thought of kids is scary. Definitely don't want them anytime soon.
Yeah.
Like in the future.
I never fucking said
this is 4 years ago.
I know if I said that 4 years ago, my mom would have been distraught, my dad would have been distraught, and I've never seen them distraught because I've never said that to them.
We've never ever said we never want kids.
But
The fact that they're like a lot of these modern women in swearing off what they're never ever going to do, while the man is just saying, hey, it might not be me, but keep your options open. I ain't lower my standard. I didn't even say that. I just said keep your options open, because at some point in time, you might want a family. Oh, you don't know what I want. That's just immaturity talking. That I done been around the block. I done seen a couple things, and I'm telling you, young ladies like you, y'all end up wanting a family. You specifically might not want a family, but it's a possibility. So what I'm saying is keep your options open. Modern women will continue to say and deny, and that ego and that pride rises up. And then finally, when they get about 35, 40, oh man, I'm kind of thinking it would be nice to. Oh, so now you heard him. 10 years later, now you can kind of see what he's saying.
anyway, like, even if I did fucking say that, I am proud to say I have changed. And if you're not changing as a human, then what the fuck are you doing?
So I've been holding this video in the vault for a very long time, but I'm finally going to talk about it. Kendra G's gathering in Philadelphia was empty. And I believe I walked past, it was like, and the crazy thing is I was with my man. I was on a date. That's the crazy thing about it. When did I walk past? It was like in the middle.
Oh, I'm walking through the Kendra G Singles Live Philly, and nobody is there, y'all. Hold on, look.
Going closer to the end, right? So I walked past, and it was like a big old Kendra sign out there, and I wanted to meet Kendra. Like, that's what I went for. I wanted to meet Kendra, and he's like, he didn't really know who Kendra was, but I was telling him who Kendra was, and I was like, I want to meet Kendra. So I go down there and I walk in. I didn't record when I was walking there, but I did record me walking past and leaving. And the girl at the front desk was like, Kendra is not here. Kendra didn't show up. I said, okay, well, this is it? She was like, this is it. Like, this is. And I said, well, did a lot of people leave? And she said no. Like, because I thought I got there on the tail end of the party. And she was like, no, it wasn't a lot of. But what the part that got me is she said only 2 men walked in. Side, right? One of the men pulled up in a black Bentley truck, like while I was at the desk, because he was looking for parking. So another man pulls up in a Bentley truck and walks to the front, and everybody got up out their seats, looking up, looking at the door. Everybody. He walked in, he looked around, he walked up and talked to the DJ. Eyes, all the women eyes was on him. He was that 6, he was a tall judge. So I'm thinking in my head, this is Kendra's show in real life. All of the women are looking for this small selection of men. The 6 foot, that was the 6 foot 6-figured man they all were looking for. That was him.
And men know that. They know exactly what you're looking for. Because they're so smart? No. But because they've observed your action. Y'all don't pay attention to women. No, we actually do. I'm paying attention to what you're doing. And I'm seeing you keep on saying one thing, but then you keep on going and doing another. I'm not calling you anything. I'm not calling you a hypocrite. I'm just saying it looks like you want something different from what you're saying. Well, why don't y'all keep on trying? Because it looks like you want something different from what you continue to tell me. Kendra G out here talking about, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and oh, I ain't gonna never do this for you. Just does not. All I have to say is before we that's the same thing. So you have to be so y'all get to the tape and by yourself. And do all this walking around. And you get what it's going on. And then you get so oh boy, I got So we don't tell these men that we ain't taking it no more. Take it to her, man. And then she shows her face. Then shows her face. Which is what a lot of these quote unquote female dating gurus are doing to you guys. Women specifically. Modern women. They're sitting up there talking all this trash, hyping you up, and then going back and doing whatever they're doing. And y'all pay them to hear this stupidity. Y'all taking that stupidity to the bank. Man, that man don't like that. That man said, okay, well, we'll see what's what. And then they be at the house. And y'all, what, man, I paid $75 to come to this event. Ain't no man. But I got to meet my best friend, though, or another woman. Exactly. Because men didn't heard all that chirping. And they said, okay, well, I don't feel like hearing that chirping tonight. The game's on. I don't feel like hearing that nonsense tonight. I'm gonna order me some wings and watch a TV show. Oh, the boys just, oh, hey, man, you wanna come out and play basketball? Man, I'm there. I wasn't gonna do it, but I got nothing else to do. Let's go hoop. That's what y'all are running into. Men making up stuff to do to get up out of your face. And y'all confused about it.
I posted a tweet saying almost every single unmarried 40-year-old man that I know wants to marry a woman aged 28 to 32. And as you can imagine, the comments were very polarizing. Lovely Jason Allen said, "You misspelled bang." This woman said, "Totally true, but honestly, I am in that bracket and I don't know if I would date a 40-year-old guy unless he was spectacular." This person said, "It's called a midlife crisis, Nick. That doesn't make it acceptable." Christian T said, "And that is just why they are unmarried. Unrealistic expectations." This was a nice balanced comment. "Nick, this is short-sighted. Marriage is best suited for those who want to enjoy life with a wonderful partner. Kids are a bonus, but bio kids are not the legacy that people believe they are. Also, no one can guarantee the future." Sophia said, "They want to, but they won't. This is as unreasonable as women in that age range demanding only 6 foot tall, 6-figure salary guys. Most of both groups are shooting way beyond their range." This lady said, "Older men are so unattractive now. I don't know, but in the USA, I'd like a healthy looking dad for my kids and it's slim pics." This is so true. Like, how many men in their 40s are actually in decent shape? Cole Sims says, "I know I would have been super suspicious of a 40-year-old man who was still single. Not gonna lie, I would wonder what was wrong with him that he didn't commit / make it work sooner. Is he a cheat, commitment phobe, inconsiderate partner, a pervert, domineering? This is what I would wonder." Pretty Stan account says they can't pull 40-year-old women. There is an argument to be made for once women are in their 30s, 40s, they're too wise for the bullshit.
I'm too wise for this. I'm too wise for that. But have 2 or 3 babies. Wise for what? You weren't wise enough to stay out of that man's way. Well, I was young and I was dumb. Yeah, see, you just had your child, your 3rd child, a couple of years ago. You're 37 now. So that means that you were 34, 35 when you had relations with a bum. So you're not that smart, are you? Telling you, they like to sit up here and rag on men. They like to, oh, they can't pull no 40-year-old women. They don't want to. They don't want to. All y'all do is sit online and talk nonsense.
Sparkle Paws says no young woman wants to be with a man 10 plus years older unless the man is willing and able to compensate the woman for age difference, usually by providing for her so she doesn't have to work. These mid-40s broke bros thinking they can pull young just because they want to is funny. Chris is a nice guy. He says, "Not me, man. I'm 47 and the last thing I want is someone 28 to 32. Give me someone who's roughly the same age as me and chill." Atalos says, "It is because men do not see their chronological age in the mirror. They see their age in the face of the woman they are with. Zero self-awareness and a lot of wishful thinking. If she is 30, then hell yeah, I am not middle-aged. I'm just getting started." Another lady saying, "But the real question is, why are they still single at 40? As a woman, that would raise some red flags." Lauren Madden says, "Very firm believer that age is just a number, but there's no way I would have dated a 40-year-old guy in my 20s.
Honestly, just kind of curious as to if you would feel that way about yourself. Oh, well, I'd rather stay single than to get in a relationship with this type of man. But you're 40, you're 45. Yeah, well, I'm still high value and I still got it. You know, my skin is clear. You know, I look good and I don't need men for X, Y, and Z. Yeah, but why is it a man that's a red flag when he's 40, but not you? You know what I mean?
In my 30s, absolutely. Also very dependent on maturity level of the guy. Peter Pan syndrome is real, and it really is. Samson Washington says, if you made it to 40 unmarried with no kids, you're incredibly indecisive or you never wanted those things in the first place. And that is for men, by the way, because I know many women who are in their 30s, nearly 40, unmarried. They wanted a relationship and they wanted to settle down, but they couldn't find a man that wanted to do it. Lizzie B says, sucks to be them. This isn't the 50s. Women want people their own age. And the market god said, and plenty of married ones.
Not be changing little girl diapers. Husbands, fathers, granddaddies, uncles, brothers, godfathers. Men should not be changing little girl diapers, like little baby diapers. They just shouldn't be doing it. That's what I keep hearing in all these videos that I'm seeing, not only on TikTok, but on Facebook. I'm part of a mom group, and even in the mom group is moms posting, talking about, oh yeah, my husband doesn't change my daughter's diaper, and I don't allow no man to change my daughter's diaper, or my husband is afraid to change my daughter's diaper. And I got the boo-boo the fool face, like, the fuck do y'all mean? So you mean to tell me that y'all are having babies with men that you don't trust to change the diaper?
Some of these women have, that's what I'm saying. You're right on the money. You have a warped, you mean to tell me that you're having babies with these guys that you don't trust, but you don't want the man to change the diaper? I guess I'm in the wrong then, because I was changing my niece's and my nephew's diaper. She all around the house acting silly. They both acting like babies, changing the diaper. All right, stop all that. Having to learn how to take care of a child. Ain't that what y'all said y'all wanted? This is part of the process. What are you guys up to right now? Just stupid stuff.
Makes sense. Now, as a CSA and SA survivor, I have made videos before about some of the, we'll call them triggers, that I had having a daughter, and some of the things that I've done for myself to, help myself get more comfortable. But never was it a issue with my husband. It was never something he did. Like, it's crazy to me that y'all are having children with men that y'all see in some respect or form as predators. Because we got to call a spade a spade. If you don't trust that man to change your daughter's diaper, you're calling him a predator. You're saying that he has tendencies and or red flags that make you wonder what he's thinking about when he changes your child. And that's problematic because you married him. You had a baby with him. Nowhere before that process took place did you think maybe I shouldn't allow this person around children, so maybe I shouldn't sleep with him. That never crossed your mind? Let me tell you something. My biggest problem with my husband changing diapers is how many damn wipes he uses. Okay? My husband will change my daughter, or now she's in pull-up, so thank God it's saving on the diaper bill. But my biggest problem was how many wipes he was using. This man would use half a pack of wipes when she peed.
Guilty. Now I can't agree with you because now you're calling me out.
Don't let her poop. Don't let there be a blowout because, baby, the whole tub is gone. That's my only issue. And making sure that I taught him how to clean her properly because we got parts that he don't have, okay? Yeah, he clearly knows his way around them or I wouldn't have got pregnant in the first place. But he don't know how to clean them. So I made sure we had that conversation about both washing and wiping. But other than that, do what you gotta do. That's one less thing for me to do. Y'all are weird for real, saying men are not supposed to be changing diapers. Then why the hell are you having a baby with him? Like, I don't get the logic. I don't get the conversation. I don't get how this is a debate.
I don't either. But modern women, this is what they mean when they say settling. They have apprehensions about that guy. I'm wondering if I said that word correctly. They're apprehensive about the man before they get into the relationship with the man, and they don't ask questions. They don't observe. They don't. It just speaks to how off their radar is, how off their intuition is. They're not getting any help from anybody. They're not allowing strong, stable men in their lives in order to help them get over that, because that's a huge trigger. It is. Especially if that's something that happened to you as a child. Anybody can see that. Anybody can say, yeah, man, it didn't happen to me, but I definitely understand where you're coming from. But to the degree that modern women make this an epidemic, it's just like, oh, it's just happening left and right. A man is like, I've never even actually thought about that because that's freaking disgusting. Who would even be thinking about that? Oh, well, and they might name off somebody. They're freaking criminals. They're criminals. They need to be in jail, in prison. And when they get to prison, even the criminals in prison are going to take care of them once they find out what they're in there for. And you're going to have to tell them what you're in there for. They're going to find out one way or another, even if you lie. They're going to find out, and it might be even worse. So even criminals don't like that stuff. Why in the world would a man be thinking about that? But of course, the MO of modern women: pew pew now, ask questions later. Mess up the club now, ask questions later. Go ahead and start slashing and dicing and tear that stuff up now, ask questions later. That's why you see women who get divorced. I divorced a good guy. Come back and regret. Mess up the whole entire canvas now and ask questions later. That's their MO. Sit up here and be a boss, babe. Go out and do all these things. I'm going to party. Woohoo! Ask questions later. Where are all the good men? How come I can't find a nice guy? What's so bad about having a man and wanting a man that's stable? Wanting a man that's 6 foot, 6 figures, got his stuff together. God, why can't I find that? You had a 6 foot man back in college, but he was too broke for you. So you went for this Chad over here that clapped on the first date. And then the next day he left you. And then you trying to run back to the guy that you left because he was broke. Because you've been bamboozled again of your own accord. Well, he love bombed me. Take accountability. That's their MO. Right on through it. Go out here and do all this stuff now and ask questions later. Reflect later. Go get in there. Well, I needed to get in therapy to heal me, to heal who I was. I searched deeply to find who I was. The man that you put in the friend zone already told you who you were. That boy been studying you for 4 or 5 years. Liked you all throughout high school. Finally worked up the courage to say, hey, you know, I would like to take you to prom. No, I already got somebody taking me. No, you don't. You actually hoping somebody else take you and you waiting around and you're his last option. Chad finally decided, well, I didn't get the girl that I wanted. She went with somebody else. She didn't even go to the same school. So I guess I'll ask you, you cute enough. But the man that been liking you for 4 or 5 years, been asking you for about a year. Hey, let me take you to prom. Let me do something nice for you. Hey man, let me take you out on a date. Hey, these rosy flowers are for you. Hey, let me take you to homecoming. Nothing. Won't even give him the time of day. But Chad, once he knock you down, I'm running right back over here to Jack. I'm running right back over here to Jack. Oh, Chad hurt me. He did all these things to me and I can't really ever trust another man again. And Jack's sitting there like, you over my house right now, eating up all my freaking food, using up all my energy, in my clothes, snotting all over my clothes, all over my couch, watching my TV, and I should be in bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow, but I'm trying to console and comfort you because you put me in the friend zone and you wanted Chad. That's the MO. Ask questions later. I'm gonna indulge. I'm gonna live my best life. I'm gonna go to all these other places. I've been to Turkey. I've been to the DR, the Dominican Republic. I've been to Miami, and boy, did we shake our behinds and have a time. Then y'all go out here and have a baby with a dude that you're not supposed to. And this is what we get right here. Obviously, like I said, there could be some stuff that happened when you were little. But Jack would have helped you through that. Jack would have told you maybe you need to go to therapy for that. I'm right here with you. I can support you through all of that. Yeah, man, you got it. I'm with you right there. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to hear, well, buy me a bag. Give me some nice shoes. And I'll let you hit it. Don't matter if the man been to jail. Don't matter if the man leads a life of crime. It don't matter about that. I just think you look cute. You're a little bad boy and that's what I want. And all of a sudden, you see some toxic tendencies. You see some red flags when the baby come, and that all, I don't trust my man to do that. And then you finally break loose from that man when you're 35 and you got 2 kids with him. And now you're coming back to Jack. Jack, for some reason, says, you know what? I still have feelings for you, so we're going to go ahead and give it a try. Jack been good to you this whole time. And now you're looking over Jack's shoulder because you got trauma in your life. Because that's something that you did. The position that you put yourself in. Now Jack has to suffer for what the criminal did. For what another man did to you. For what, in some situations, another woman did to you. God forbid in both of these situations. He got to suffer for that. He load the dishwasher wrong. See, you're always doing something wrong. I can't trust a man. He load the washing machine wrong. He can fold the clothes wrong. See, I can't trust a man to do anything. Just get away. That's what she's talking about here. Why are y'all picking, even on a broader scale, why are y'all picking these men if you cannot trust these men? Why are you doing it? If you want the control of the situation, if these men are so terrible, why y'all keep on picking them? And it's not just once or twice or 2 or 3 times. You continue to pick that same man and then wonder why you get the same result. And then trying to blame it on the good guys. Pass. Y'all need to take accountability for something.